That song, the lyrics of that song were actually inspired by a video clip I saw on YouTube of a gentleman, I think he's a sergeant, called Anthony Bologna, I think his name is, or Bologna, and he basically just maced Wall Street, the Occupy Wall Street protesters when they weren't doing anything at all. It was just such a blatant abuse of power and just such a outrageous act, you know, from I don't know, someone who's supposed to be a policeman.
Especially in this day and age of how many people have access to recording devices.
Well, yeah, I guess that's going to bite them in the arse. But I mean, if no one had seen it, no one would have believed it. So maybe now something will actually happen. And I was just kind of sitting there thinking, you know, the general public outnumbers the police department by a huge amount. And when police departments act so out of line, they're rolling the dice in the end. Because if you don't believe your police department is there to look out for you, then why fucking respect them, you know? And obviously this is just the act of one person, and not all policemen act that way, but that's where those lyrics came from. And you know, I don't know, I don't necessarily say that a violent reaction is the best reaction, but I do feel like we've become very complacent. And you look at footage from places like Greece where people are actually rising up a little bit and showing that, you know, you push people too far, they're going to start pushing back, that's all. So it's about the line you draw when you've had enough.
And musically, it kind of harkens back to all of our roots because, I mean, we all love The Clash. Yep. So you're going to hear, you know, you're going to hear stuff that makes us happy to play because it reminds us of really good music that kind of drew us into playing this music in the first place. You know, old DOA, old Clash, the kind of Cockney Rejects and Cockspur and Blitz. American Oblivion was another collaboration between Jesse and I, and lyrically, I kind of came at it with a take of about how you know, paranoia has kind of become institutionalized in people's lives in terms of government and even your own work. You know, people are spying on you at work. They're seeing what you do on the internet. You know, here in New York, I mean, it's a place that supposedly prides itself on freedom, yet, you know, there's a huge paramilitary police presence, and bags will be searched and things like that. And I think the lyrics kind of play on, you're going to hear a really tired phrase of "in this post 9/11 world," and I think that's the most ridiculous phrase because you hear that and it's just license to encroach upon civil liberties.
Yeah, it's basically, you know, how something like the Patriot Act could get passed, and like they fill you so full of fear that you're willing to give up, you know, so many rights because then you think, oh, in that way they can protect us, and it's just ironic, you know, that a country that's always prided itself on freedom is just every day it seems to be stripping more and more of those away, you know.
But in a country that you know, has a slogan that we heard maybe 5-6 years ago of exporting democracy and saying we're gonna do regime change, and here at home we've sort of patriotized spying on each other and from a governmental level, and it's just something that what's scary is not that it's happening. What's scary is that it's just become so mundane that people just let it go without even. Yeah, and it's just working its way into the American psyche. So, you know, we just figured, being a bunch of loudmouths, we should speak out about that.